Who is the mightiest god of all? Is it the wise Odin from the Norse sagas, or the formidable Ra from ancient Egypt? Throughout history, every culture has had its supreme deity, but one name echoes with unparalleled power and authority: Zeus, the king of the Greek gods. But how did he claim this throne? His story isn't one of peaceful inheritance. It's a saga forged in betrayal, prophecy, and a war that shook the very foundations of the cosmos. Our story begins not with gods, but with their predecessors, the mighty Titans. The universe was ruled by Kronos, the Titan Lord of Time. He was powerful, absolute, and terrified. A chilling prophecy had been delivered to him by his own parents, Uranus and Gaia. One of his children would rise to overthrow him, just as he had overthrown his own father. Consumed by paranoia, Kronos devised a horrific solution. As each of his children was born, he would seize the helpless infant and swallow them whole. Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, Poseidon. One by one, they were imprisoned within their father's belly, their divine light seemingly extinguished forever. His wife, the Titaness Rhea, watched in agony, her heart breaking with each child she lost. When her sixth child, Zeus, was due, she knew she could not bear the same fate for him. Desperate, she sought the counsel of her parents. Following their advice, she journeyed to the island of Crete and gave birth to Zeus in a deep, hidden cave. She then returned to Kronos, her face a mask of sorrow, and presented him not with her son, but with a large stone wrapped in swaddling clothes. Blinded by his fear, Kronos swallowed the stone without a second thought, believing he had once again cheated destiny. But destiny cannot be cheated. Hidden away on Crete, Zeus grew into manhood, nurtured by nymphs and guarded by the legendary Curetes, who'd clash their spears against their shields to drown out the infant's cries, lest Kronos hear him. He was fed on ambrosia and the milk of the goat. He grew strong, fast, and wise, his veins coursing with the power that the world had not yet seen. The prophecy was not forgotten. It was a fire burning within him, a promise he was destined to fulfill. He was no longer a helpless babe, but a god ready to claim his birthright and free his siblings from their living prison. The time had come. Guided by the Titaness of wisdom Metis, Zeus devised a plan. He disguised himself and served Kronos a special potion mixed into his wine. The powerful emetic worked instantly. Kronos, in a violent convulsion, regurgitated the stone first, followed by Zeus's siblings. Now fully grown, and divine Poseidon, Hades, Hera, Demeter, and Hestia. They were free, and they were furious. Standing before them was their savior, their youngest brother, Zeus. In that moment, the battle lines were drawn. The young gods, united in their thirst for vengeance, declared war on their father and his Titan brethren. The great Titan Matsi had begun. This was no short skirmish. For 10 long years, the universe trembled as gods and titans clashed. The earth shook, the seas boiled, and the heavens roared with the sounds of their cataclysmic battle. The older gods, the Olympians, fought from Mount Olympus, while the Titans waged their war from Mount Othrys. The scales were evenly balanced. Neither side could gain a decisive advantage. The power of the Titans was immense, born of primordial chaos. But the Olympians had something they didn't, a burning desire for a new world order, and a leader whose power was growing daily. Seeing the stalemate, Zeus knew he needed more powerful allies. He journeyed to the darkest pit of the underworld, Tartarus, where Kronos had imprisoned other children of Gaia and Uranus, the one-eyed Cyclopes, and the 100-handed Hector. Zeus freed these monstrous beings, and in their gratitude, they pledged their allegiance to him. The Cyclopes, master smiths, forged incredible weapons for the gods. For Hades, they crafted the Helm of Darkness, which rendered him invisible. For Poseidon, they created the Trident, a weapon that could shake the earth and command the seas. And for Zeus, they forged his ultimate weapon, the Thunderbolt, a concentration of pure, celestial power. Armed with these new weapons, and backed by his formidable new allies, Zeus returned to the battlefield, ready to end the war. The climax was a spectacle of divine fury. Hades, cloaked in invisibility, stole Kronos' own weapons. Poseidon struck the earth with his trident, shaking the Titans from their footing. And then came Zeus. Ascending to the highest peak, he unleashed the full, terrifying might of his thunderbolts. Streaks of lightning tore across the sky, setting the world ablaze. The bolts struck the Titans with unerring accuracy, their raw power overwhelming the ancient beings. Kronos, the once incheckable ruler, fell before the might of his son. The war was over. The reign of the Titans had ended in fire and thunder. Victorious, Zeus and his siblings cast Kronos and the other male Titans who fought against them down into the eternal darkness of Tartarus. Forever imprisoned and guarded by their monstrous allies, the Hecatonchires, a new era had dawned. The universe needed a new ruler. The three brothers Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades Trulots. To divide the cosmos, Hades became the lord of the underworld, the realm of the dead. Poseidon took dominion over the seas and all waters, and Zeus, the liberator, the wielder of lightning, ascended to the highest throne. He became the undisputed king of the gods, ruler of the sky and the heavens, his throne established on the magnificent Mount Olympus. He wasn't just a god. He was the symbol of justice, order, and supreme authority. From a hidden babe destined to die, he had risen to become the most powerful deity in the Greek pantheon, the god of sky and thunder, Zeus, the king of all. Thank you so much for joining us on this epic journey through Greek mythology. If you enjoyed this story, please give us a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next dive into the legends of the past. We'll see you in the next video.